We got them hats, got 'em. We got them hats, got 'em, got 'em. We got them hats, yes, yes. We got them hats, yeah, we got them hats. You name it, we got it. You cop it, we ship it, we drop it right to your door. Ship it, drop it right to your door.
I'm looking for a hat, drive around town and I need a cat. Where do I go? Where do I go? I got hats for sales, I come.
All right, guys, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. I am Van. We are all the LFR family. Much love to you all. As you can clearly see, I am showing y'all hatsforsale.com, which you can go ahead to the link in the descriptions. Get you something nice. Put an LFR 10. Or no, as a matter of fact, put an LFR 15. Put in LFR 15 so you can get 15% off, okay? Shout out to you all. Thank you so much for pulling up. Today will be a quick live stream. We're just going to talk about what's going on in the country, which is a whole hell of a lot. Trump was just now on 60 Minutes. It was night and day. If you compare the interview between Kamala Harris in 60 Minutes versus Trump's interview on 60 Minutes. But please do me a favor and let me know one thing that you're grateful for. I'll start. I'm grateful to have another day on this side of heaven. I'm grateful to have another opportunity to get it right. I'm working to become a better person, and I can't do that if I never wake up. So to God be the glory. I'm thankful for His grace and for His mercy, and I'm thankful for opportunities, and I'm thankful for anybody around this world who have me and my family's best interests at heart. And I assume that most of you guys do. And for that, thank you so much, man. Y'all are dope. I appreciate you, and I pray for y'all often. I pray for you, your families, your health. I pray for your wealth, just to make sure that you'll be able to be there for your families and be able to leave something for them when it's your time to go on with the Lord. When I start these conversations and I'm talking about gratitude and what we're grateful for, it's not that I'm trying to start a church sermon or anything like that. It's simply because I think if we don't take time out of our day to acknowledge our blessings, then we're doing not only ourselves a disservice, but we're doing our families a disservice, because the more grateful we are in understanding that we did not build whatever we're living on by ourselves, we didn't do this on our own, then that will pass on to our family. They will understand gratitude as well, and they will teach that to their families when they get older too. So hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying, picking up what I'm putting down. But enough of all of that. Just make sure that y'all spend a little bit more time diving into the Bible, reading scripture, studying to show yourself approved, and also know that none of us are perfect, not one. And a lot of times we like to point fingers at people because we're doing something right, or because we feel like we're above the fray, and we're really not. We're really not. We're just as small as the smallest people out here that's committing all of the crimes or that are mentally gone. You know what I mean? We just need to make sure that we stayed prayed up so that we not go in that dark space, because all it takes is one situation, one moment for us to go to the dark side. Many good people have been arrested for doing heinous crimes, and y'all know that. All they had to do was snap, or not have the protection, the spiritual protection at the time, and they gave in because they wasn't prayed up, or they didn't have friendship, they didn't have friends, they didn't have family, they didn't have a community behind them to make sure that they not go in the wrong direction. So yeah, thank y'all so much for pulling up, man. Make sure you hit the like button. For that is the only price for admission for our live streams, is to simply hit the like button. Let me go and get this banner off, man. We got a couple of things that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Bill Maher, when he had Marjorie Taylor Greene on his show. We're going to talk about Myron Gaines, this dude from Fresh. He's from Fresh and Fit. He's from Fresh and Fit, and he was speaking at a media event, and he had a couple of heavy hitter content creators there as well. And I want y'all to see how he just completely embarrassed the panel with his rhetoric. A lot of y'all support him. A lot of y'all think he can't do any wrong. A lot of y'all love his freedom of speech. I'm gonna say this, man. I'm just gonna say this. We need to stop calling everything freedom of speech. Like freedom to be extremely disrespectful to a certain group of individuals because you know that they can't do anything to you. And if they do, you plan on using the law against them, or you plan on defending yourself because you set them up. They failed in their time of they didn't know how to operate in that situation, and you got them up out of here. That right there is that's cowardly, man. That's cowardly. You know, police do that sometimes. People in power, they do that sometimes. Management at people's jobs, they do that sometimes, where they flex their muscle and they're outright disrespectful in hopes that the code that the employee will act out and do something that will warrant them being fired, or I don't know, dismissed, early dismissal, or anything else, man. Get their pay doc. And this is something that a lot of people do when they know the law, when they know what they can and cannot say and who they can and cannot say it to. And it's unfortunate that does not make our country better. It doesn't. It's cowardly, in my opinion. Then we're going to talk about this young dude right here. I don't know if y'all heard of him, but his name is Jesse. What is his name? Jesse Mack Butler. Jesse Mack Butler, who is, I believe he's a star baseball player in Oklahoma, I think. And this demon, call him what he is, this demon, he graped a few of the girls at the school, sodomized them, choked them until they were close to death, and got convicted of 70 plus years in jail. But all of his years of conviction was completely dismissed because they said that he was a youthful offender. And the two judges happily got him up out of here and said he don't have to do any jail time. This right here turned political because people are playing off of the whole, you know, you got black judges that are releasing black men who are repeat offenders, who have been in jail, in and out of jail 15, 16 times. And then once they're released again, they go back out there and they hurt someone else. They go back out there and they grape or they kill somebody else. And that's what this youngin is. His family, they got money, they got power, and they got him up out, graping 3 young ladies at the school. And the young ladies came forward. They got gashes on their neck from being choked almost to death. And this dude is serving no jail time, none. And we got this one guy who is, I got to find out his name. This brother, he's been all over social media. He's discussing the whole EBT thing. It's going to blow your mind when you hear this right here. But we got a good set. We're also going to talk about Kamala Harris going on her book tour. Talking about they're about to start fighting fire with fire, whatever that means. And last I checked, they was already fighting fire with fire. It's just that when they're losing, they want to act like they're the victims. When they're losing, they want to act like they're fighting up against the big guys. They're the little guys and fighting up against the big guys. Isn't this exactly what they did in the last 4 years under the Biden-Kamala administration? They was acting like they was too small to get anything done. They was acting like they was too little or too weak to do anything about illegal immigration or to do anything about crime in America. They was acting like they couldn't do it themselves. They was always blaming someone else. They even blamed Trump, who was not the president. He was just a citizen at this point, and they was blaming him. And they spent their entire administration trying to arrest him, trying to put false grape charges on him. Y'all know the story. Y'all know the story. But hopefully we have a good conversation today. Let me go ahead and acknowledge all of my people. Make sure y'all go to hatsforsale.com, guys, and check out the merch. The very first person that pulled up today, was it Kush on X? Shout out to my people on X. Salute to my people on X. Salute to my people on YouTube, Kick, Twitch. Shout out to all of you guys. I appreciate y'all pulling up. A90's taking the world. I appreciate you pulling up, young lady. AB, Hadassah. Yeah, Courtney with a C. I got some good people, man. And my man Jared said that he is up in a deer stand listening to us this morning. So shout out to my brother, man. You be safe up there, man. I have yet to go hunting yet. I haven't shot a deer a day in my life. I haven't caught a fish a day in my life. Well, not on a boat. I used to go into me and my friends, we used to walk into the creek behind our school and behind Eastover Shopping Center, one of the neighborhood shopping centers that I wouldn't advise any of you go to, and definitely I wouldn't advise any of you go behind it. Definitely don't go behind it. Because if you go behind it, I don't want your families suing me for telling you to go behind Eastover. Don't go behind Eastover. But we used to go behind there with buckets and get tadpoles from out of the creek. So yeah, that's something that we used to do. Hey, Renee, Suzanne, shout out to Renee, Suzanne, Darnice. What's going on, Darnice? Shout out to Darnice. Yeah, so we got some good people up in here today. All right. Don't forget, guys, let me know one thing that you're grateful for. Let me go ahead and see if I can put this on the screen. Much love to you all, man. Continue to pray for each other too. All right. You can never, ain't no such thing as too much prayer. And if you don't believe in prayer, ain't no such thing as too much positive energy aimed at someone because you care about them. All right. A positive thought to somebody. I hope they're doing okay. I hope they're happy. I hope they're healthy. I hope they're, safe. You know what I mean? I hope they're abundant. I just hope they're at peace. I hope they have joy in their life. I hope they have people who love them and check on them. Those type of things. Like, not everybody have to be super religious, putting God and everything, Jesus and everything, or Muslim, Islam and everything. Not even saying all that. I'm just saying there's a certain energy that comes from this right here. Like, you put out good energy, you get good energy back. All right? You send good vibes to someone, prayerfully those good vibes will boomerang to you and your family as well. All right? I want to say shout out to a few people I know in real life who reached out to me this week to let me know that that my video was posted on Trish. I forgot her last name. I believe she's a major Fox News lady, commentator. I think it's Fox News, and they was reaching out to me to let me know that, hey, this video was posted on Trish account. And that's just them saying, keep your head in the game. We see you, you're doing your thing. And just acknowledging that I've done something to get on the radar of someone who, I guess, matter, so to speak. But I'm saying all that to say this. I appreciate that. They didn't have to reach out to me. They didn't have to. Shout out to the people who care enough to just have kind thoughts for me for no reason. Over a weekend when they're enjoying their families or they're chilling or they're having a good time, and they still have a moment to say, hey, let me reach out to Van with some positivity. Also, I want to give a special shout out to one of my VIPs, Celeste. Shout out to Celeste. Celeste, she put in a good word with Park and Recreations. And Park and Recreations, they throw events all the time, or they do things for the community all the time, and they do things for the youth. And she suggested that I come out to Park and Rec, one of their events, a couple of their events, whatever, and speak to the youth and just tell my story, and maybe I could potentially help out someone. Well, Park and Recreation, they reached out to me via email. I'm going to respond today, soon. But they reached out to me over the weekend, and I wanted to wait until today to respond to them and let them know that I will be happy, over the moon, to accept their invitation to serve in whatever capacity that they will have me. You know what I mean? I've I'm just thankful, man. I'm just thankful. I'm just thankful. That's it. I'm just thankful. All right. Not to do too much rant, make sure that you go ahead and check out my podcast. It's inside the descriptions. Getting Canceled with LFR Family. It's my audio. It's the audio podcast. Make sure that you click that link. Go over there, follow, subscribe. And we're going to post. We already started posting some great podcasts over there, audio podcasts. Hopefully y'all go over there and support, share, you know what I mean? Download the joints that you enjoy. Send them to your family, your friends. And again, it's the holiday season. Some of your family and friends could use some nice, warm, fashionable gear like hoodies, sweat hoods, sweatsuits. You know what I mean? Go check out hatsforsale.com and see if LFR Family has something that you like. This right here, this baby, I get complimented on a lot. No matter where I go, they be like, wait a minute, is that a baby on your shirt? What does that mean? I like that. What does it stand for? Now I'm in the middle of daggone Walmart telling my life story. Oh, this is Welfare Boy. It means this, and this. Or I'm in the middle of the street or at the parking in the parking lot walking to my truck and telling my life story based off of this one baby that's on my chest, man. It means a lot to me. LFR JoJo, he did this for me. He did this. The more detailed design is on hatsforsale.com so that you guys know. Let me see. Let me go to my media so that you can see for yourself. You see how I got LFR Family in my top corner of this video. Now I got the Welfare Boy baby. They got the street I grew up on, the elementary and middle school I went to from kindergarten to 9th grade. And it also has my high school on it as well. This is the high school I went to from 10th to 12th. So kindergarten to 9th grade for my elementary to middle school, and then high school from 10th to 12th, where I met my wife when we was in the 10th grade. So there's a whole bunch to this, man. But anyway, enough about me. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's do it. First of all, we're going to start off with one video, and I want y'all to just let me know, just with a thumbs up or thumbs down, what do you think about this video? If you're comfortable watching this video, or if you're just like, this is distasteful, I don't like it, this sucks, or I don't see no problem with it. I don't see no issue with it. I would like for us to have a great conversation about it. Renee Suzanne has gifted 5 memberships to you guys. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of the memberships. And Renee, thank you so much, Renee. I appreciate you. Renee is a sweetheart, man. She does for everybody. I pray that everybody's reciprocating for her as well, because she's dope. Wheezy. Shout out to Wheezy, the content creator. I can't wait to get mine so I can share your story too. Thank you so much, Wheezy. I appreciate you. Shout out to Wheezy, man. Shout out to Wheezy. All right, guys. So I'm going to share this video with you guys. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments. This young lady, her name is Liddy. I think it is. Is it Liddy? Let me go back to it. Her name is Lily Gaddis. Lily Gaddis. I don't know if y'all seen this already, but Lily Gaddis did this for Halloween, and she was on Pierce Morgan. She was like, "Yeah, I use the N-word all the time. I have a freedom. This is my freedom of speech. I can use it. They use it all the time. The people that are considered to be the N-words, they use it all the time. So I'm going to use it. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this. I'm looking at the comments. I will be putting them on the screen.
By the way, half the struggles that Black women think they face, it's of their own fucking doing. Running around in nails like this, running around in earrings like this, like, you people fight every day. Could you choose any outfit and get up that's like less conducive to fighting? Seriously. They wear wigs that can be pulled out. They put braids in their hair that could rip the rest of their hair out. And then they complain about having alopecia. No, it's self-induced alopecia. That's like a cutter. That's like one of those fucking losers who cut themselves. That's like them having a scar and being like, I can't believe I have scars. Like, what? Black women, you tear your hair out by the roots. You put every sort of chemical on your hair to straighten it out, despite being so proud of being black. And then you wonder why you have alopecia. And then you guys fight all the time. And yet you wear massive hoop earrings. You wear weaves in your hair. You wear fake eyelashes. You wear fake nails. All of these things are not conducive to fighting, okay? So let me give you advice. Let me turn this racist stream around into something positive. Okay, black women, listen up. Listen up. A black woman is speaking. When you are fighting, when you are going to bat, okay? Before you wake up in the morning, get out of bed and you have to think like a fighter. You have to put yourself in the mindset of not, oh, it's just easy breezy and I might pick up a fight or a felony later on. No, that is the wrong mindset to have. The correct mindset to have is that you wake up every day knowing that every day is a fight. Every day is a potential crash out. Every day is a potential chance to chimp out. With that in mind, let me adjust my cap for the billionth time. With that in mind, you must wake up with that mindset, okay? Like white girls have to manifest things, you have to manifest too. You have to manifest yourself into the ultimate super warrior, okay? You have to turn yourself into the ultimate warrior princess of Wakanda and go outside with that mindset in mind and know this. Know this to be the case. You will fight. You will dominate. You will win. Hail the black woman. Hail her. You will win and you will fight and you will fucking dominate, okay? So that's your manifestation. That's your affirmation. That's your word of affirmation in the morning. Second of all, you must pay attention to your outfit. Do you see warriors glammed up? No. There is a thing called warrior glam. Okay? Warrior glam must think about everything. It must think about tactics and strategy. You must never allow yourself to become lazy and think that you can get away with just getting out with your hoop earrings. No. You must wake up every morning. You must wear earrings that are small, that cannot be used against you as a weapon. Okay? Just like in gun safety. You don't want to be shot with your own gun. Much like you don't want your ears torn out. You don't want your earrings to be used as a weapon against you. With this in mind, wear small earrings. Avoid hoops at all cost. Avoid hoops.
All right. So we just now did a little experiment. The experiment was me playing something that I am highly offended by. Just letting y'all know. I don't think anything about this is funny. I think she's stupid. I think she's ignorant. I don't think she's adding to race relations becoming better. I don't think she's using her freedom of speech the way she's supposed to. She's not a comedian. She's not funny at all. And if you find it hilarious, then you probably don't have relationships with a bunch of black people, especially the ones she's talking about. Is she saying things that are true? Yes, absolutely. All these ignorant black ass or ignorant black women that are on all of these videos online fighting until their titties pop out in their bonnets and just always pulling each other hair out and being indignant. Yeah, they're stupid. They're dumb. I tell my daughters to never be like them. I don't support their behavior at all. And if my daughters or my sons supported that type of behavior, they would hear from me too. But this lady right here is not funny. She's not Drewski. She's not hilarious. She's not Dave Chappelle. She's not white women. She's not doing the like the Winans. I mean the Wayans did the movie called White Girls. You know, when they played some white girls and their whole bodies were white and they was trying to be hilarious and they was doing all of the things that I guess white blonde girls do, so to speak. I think that was dumb too. I think that was stupid. I will say this. My favorite Robert Downing Jr. character that he's ever played in any movie ever is when he played in blackface on Tropic Thunder. So this right here is not me being offended because I'm black. It's not me being offended because, oh, she says something to make me feel some type of way and she got on blackface. I can't believe it. No, it's just that she's not funny. She's not. And she's going out of her way to be, but she's saying her audience is just like her. Her audience mostly look just like her or are from where she's from. So she knows she can get away with something like this with no issue at all. She just now did a video called "They Tried to Cancel Me." She knows she can't be canceled. Why? Because this country has become extremely outwardly racist to each other, outwardly. And it's not healthy. When I see black people do it and they're not funny and they're just trying to be assholes, I call them out too. It just is what it is. Even with Drewski. Y'all know Drewski when he did the whole NASCAR redneck thing where he dressed up like a white dude and with the mullet in the back of his head and a Confederate flag tattoo, and he went to a NASCAR event and was woohoo talking like he was the redneck and all that other stuff. That was funny to you guys. I didn't even find that funny. I didn't find it funny at all. Was I offended? No. Why would I be offended? Was white people offended? If they was, I wouldn't be surprised at all. But I didn't find that hilarious at all. Robert Downey Jr., that dude was funny. That dude wasn't saying things just to make people look stupid or make people look foolish. She's saying things to make people look foolish. And just in case you weren't only listening, you weren't only watching, and you were listening to what she said, she says black women stop. She said when you start to crash out, when you start to chimp out, catch that part. When you start to chimp out, class, how many of you know what a chimp is? By raise of hands. How many, you know what a chimp is, right? So she's saying that the black women who represent monkeys chimping out, and y'all just missed that. Y'all, that just goes completely over your head because you don't see that she's making fun of a group of people. She's making fun of a race of people. And she thinks it's cute. It's not. Lily Gaddis is a complete asshole for this. And anybody that find it completely hilarious without looking into it, you are an asshole too. That's okay though. I'm an asshole. Extremely. I upset people all the time by simply telling them that Trump is actually doing a better job than Biden. And I offend them. And I offend people that look like me. I offend people that are where I'm from. I offend my own family by saying that. It's like they don't even want to tell nobody that my dad voted for Trump. Don't want to tell nobody that. Don't want to tell anybody that my husband supports Trump. My wife don't want people to know that. For what? Because then it reflects on her in some type of way because people will automatically assume what they assume. So when I seen this, I didn't think it was hilarious. Not once. I didn't think it was funny. I didn't smile once. As a matter of fact, I wanted to slap the black off of her face. Period. Straight like that. There's white people that's done this that did it to be funny. And there's white people who did it to be assholes, like Ted Danson. He did it to be an asshole. The shock jock, what's his name? The Jewish guy, curly hair, Howard. Dang it, I can't remember his name. That guy, he did it as well to be funny, and he wasn't funny at all. You know when he did the whole smelly N-word thing, and he was acting like Ted Danson and Whoopi Goldberg, and he had George Jefferson come onto his show to play Whoopi, and he got into a dress and was acting like he was the lady and all this other stuff. None of that was funny. None of it. But people who are separate from reality and never have relationships with black people in the hood, of course you're going to find it hilarious. Here's the thing with me. I've had friends who are white people in suburbs, in rural areas. I've worked alongside them and their families. So I am not that ignorant Like I have these relationships with people on both sides of the aisle, different ways of living, and I just know what to do, what not to do, what to say, what not to say, and what's actually considered offensive to people. And I don't go out of my way to offend them. And people that do, I don't rock with them at all. Not at all. You think it's absolutely hilarious that she's offending people on purpose? Nah, man. Miss me with that. So I said a lot. Now let me go back and see what you guys are saying. Let me see here. Howard Stern, that's his name. Howard Stern. Thank you so much, guys, for that. Thank you for that. All right, Howard Stern. So you can feel free to go and watch her whole live stream. She did an entire live stream with this, like an entire live stream. Feel free to go watch it. This was her Halloween getup, putting on a bonnet and blackface. And I thought that would have been cool if she actually, was funny. If she actually had relationships with some of those or anybody that come from the community, rather than having relationships with only people who are well-to-do, never had any relationship with anybody in the hood before, and then did that. That's the difference, right? So it is what it is, man. Let me see. All right, so stereotypes originated for survival media and crooks manufactured fake societal issues. All right. All right, let me see. Trigger, distraction, not an original thought when she decided to do this. This stupidity will now go viral to provoke the angry black people. God help us. I'm too old to keep seeing this crap. Here's the thing, Snow Owl. Here's the thing. She knows that this will just upset and that this will fuel the fire. Anybody that has a platform, and I want y'all to understand, we're the adults here, right? She's a young lady. We're the adults here. If you have a platform of 100,000 people or more, and you go out of your way to fuel the fire, to piss people off just for fun, do you think it's the best thing to do? Do you think it's the smart thing to do? See, a lot of y'all will give her a pass because, like, right on, sister, I see what you're doing. It's so funny what you're doing, making fun of them. No, it's not funny. It's stupid. Being an a-hole isn't always a bad thing. You're absolutely right. Guess I'm an a-hole, bro, Van. You most certainly are. Drewski wasn't funny, but the makeup was done good. The makeup on Drewski was done perfectly. Whoever did his makeup was done great. She's funny. Dave Chappelle is funny too when he does whiteface. Frank, she ain't funny at all, man. Y'all are something else. I swear to goodness, man. Y'all are something. Let's see. This is the reaction to a DEI society. We didn't ask for it. This is what happens when you give people what they don't ask for. Okay, I don't understand what you're saying, brother. David Allen. He said DEI society. Just because something can be done doesn't mean it should. Just because something can be said doesn't mean it should be said. I agree, Coach. I agree, Coach V. I agree, brother. His name is Coach V. What's the V stand for, Coach? What's the V, man? Let me see. She would not be welcome in my circle. Honestly, she's so rich and so popular right now that she would not even care. Like it's got to that point right here. All right, so there was a point in our time where shame was a good thing. Shame is something that boosts your career nowadays. I don't know if y'all know the singer Brandy. She has a brother by the name of Ray J. Ray J just now gave advice to content creators on how to boost up their name recognition. You boost up your name recognition by crashing out. Crashing out, going through something publicly, and just staying on the lips of people that circulate your name throughout social media. It actually works. What do they call that? Hold what do they call it? What do they call it? Because Kanye does it. Whenever Kanye is irrelevant, Kanye pops up and he says something extremely to like far left. Not far left as far as political, but he says something that's just crazy. And he goes at a certain community that he knows will put him at the top of the list of people talking about him and people saying his name. That's what he does. Whenever he got a song that he wants to put out, he does it. And a lot of these celebrities, they do it too. When their name is not being spoken of and when they're not getting jobs, when they're no longer relevant, they say something or they do something that make them look stupid or foolish. And the next thing you know, they're back on top. They're back in the game, baby. They're being asked to come on people's podcasts and shows to tell their story at that point. And that's lame to me. It's just lame. It's lame. All right. So it just is what it is. And let me see it. Hold up. Jared said, I can't throw rocks. Bro, you can fire shells from a deer stand. You can throw a damn rock. You can throw rocks. You can definitely throw rocks. You have an opinion. You can have an opinion. Like, it's crazy. I'm so proud to have you, Coach, as my very first hood rat, former hood rat friend. I was never a freaking hood rat. Why would you say? See, that's what I'm talking about. This is why you and I, we get into our arguments and our back and forths that we get into all the daggone time. Is because of this right here. You see this? Like, with friends like this, who needs enemies? With friends like this, who needs a daggone enemy? Huh? She said, when was I ever a damn hood rat? Hold on 1 second. 11:30. Okay. All right. So I had to make an announcement on Facebook right quick. I had to make an announcement on Facebook. Just letting everybody know that we are having 2 calls today. All right, so enough of that right there. So that leads me into this right here. Lily Gaddis, you are an asshole, and anybody that finds you funny and hilarious, you are also assholes. Okay, now I want y'all to see Myron Gaines, he's taking the same direction and instruction that Lily Gaddis, the blackface queen, has taken, thinking that she's funny and she's not. She's just a rich little white girl that just want to make fun of other people and fuel the fire because America somehow feel like what Trump was saying is that he want people to walk around and say the N-word all they want. He want people to match the energy. Here's the thing. These are people who consider themselves to be Christians. These are people who consider themselves to be God followers. How can you be a God follower and you're going out of your way to piss people off? Having the freedom of speech don't mean that you should be, you have the freedom to go out there and just disrespect people for fun. That's not how this works. So now people are saying, well, black people say the N-word all the time. So I'm gonna start saying it all the time too. It's my First Amendment right. It's not your First Amendment right. If people want to do ignorant things, let them do ignorant things. If one monkey jumps off a damn bridge, don't mean that you should too. And this is the ignorance that I'm talking about. We supposed to be grown and we support this mess. When you're above 30 years old and you're thinking about family, you're thinking about God, you're thinking about legacy, you don't say this mess and you don't support this mess. You're actually looking to create an America, a country that everybody can live in harmoniously. And we know that will never happen, but you can still do your part. But we find it funny when people are doing whatever they possibly can to rip up what's currently lasting in this country. Like, there are some cool ass people in this world, man, in this country, white, black, Hispanic, Asian, African, you name it. Like, we got the biggest salad bowl in the world here in the United States of America. We just now saw that the SNAP's benefit primarily people who have not been even born here, who have migrated here from other countries for a better life. And they are the ones that take advantage of EBT more than anybody else. And guess what? I ain't even got no issue with helping people out as long as they need the help. And not forever, but temporarily until they get on their feet so that they can add to the pot. Because if we're constantly taking away from the pot, people can't get help. Taxpayers' dollars put money in the pot. People who are beneficiaries of SNAP and EBT and all these things, they take money out of the pot. We need more people to put money in the pot. The same way we need more people to add toward the love in this country, to add toward the togetherness in this country, to stop throwing the race card out there all the damn time or stop being belligerent just because they can. Because at that point, you matching the wrong energy. We supposed to be matching the good energy, but instead we're choosing to match the wrong energy that's putting us on the wrong path, and that's destruction. And I'm not here for that. I got children who plan on having children, and I want there to be a country that they will be proud to live in when their children are older. You understand what I'm saying? So are we moving in the right direction or are we not? And looking at stuff like I just now showed you, that's not us moving in the right direction. Some people would think it's hilarious because you're not paying attention to the landscape. You don't understand what's really going on in the world the way that you thought you understood. Like you're just happy-go-lucky. You got all of the money and resources that you can possibly have. You don't have to ask anybody for anything. You don't have to lean on anybody for anything. So since you don't need anyone, you figure F everyone that don't think like me. And that's not how life should be. It should never be F everyone who don't think like me, don't move like me, don't talk like me, walk like me, believe like me. It should never be that. As I said before, man, we can still have fun and do amazing things together without matching belligerents. Like we're supposed to be the adults in the room. That's the only reason why I voted for Trump. As mean as he can be, I still voted for him because I thought that adult in the room was necessary. I'm hoping that I don't regret my choices because what's happening is people see Trump as winning as a pass to go out there and just be an ass for no reason. As I said before, figure that you can go and do and say whatever you want, but if you go around the wrong people doing and saying whatever you want, there's going to be consequences and repercussions. And all you're going to lean on is the law and your first right, your First Amendment, freedom of speech. Come on, bro. Like people always go to the law when it's time to daggone save their own ass. How about being a real man, a real woman, and lead with integrity and character? How about that one? Rather than saying, well, I got the right to do this. Some people start fights knowing that they have a right to defend themselves. Only thing that they won't do is be the first person to throw a punch. But they'll be the person to flame the fire and get somebody all pissed off where they want to fight so that they can shoot them and then lean on the law and say that I was defending myself. That's some bitch-made shit, in my opinion. I'm just giving y'all my 2 pennies, man. And I'm not backing down on it. That's just how I look at it. I think it's trash. Anybody that go out of their way to piss somebody off for the sake of saying that, well, they do it, you're an idiot. You're an ignoramus. You're an idiot. You're the type of kid I never would have been friends with. You're the type of person I would have punched in the face for fun. Facts. I know what type of stuff me and my friends used to be into. If you would have ever met my friends Barry, Jesse, Va, Sam, any of them, like you wouldn't be so gung-ho to be foolish. Y'all judging stuff based off of social media, man. I don't like you can't pattern your life based off of the viral moments of somebody being ignorant on social media. It's dumb. It's stupid as hell. It's the same way that I don't allow black people around me, in my circle, I don't allow black people to put all white people in a basket because of racism and white supremacy, because of slavery, because of something that they learned from some black meeting they went to that told them that all white people were bad. When I know for a fact that all white people are not bad. But I'm not going to sit here and take up for white people. I'm not a white person protector. I'm not a white person security guard or anything like that. I'm just trying to be after good. I'm trying to move toward good. And I'm trying to be around people who also want that. So the same people who thought that Lily Gaddis performance was hilarious, you're the same people that's going to think this right here is hilarious. Check this out.
And adopting kids. We got fucking Jews running this country. We got blacks committing a ridiculous amount of crime despite only being 6% of the population. We got Indians coming over here taking our jobs on H-1B visas while dumbasses like Elon Musk try to sit around and say, oh, yeah, we're going to let these guys come in. It's diversity. When in reality, they just take jobs from American citizens. Let's be honest here. We got people that are coming to this country, don't give a fuck about this country. They're not patriots. They don't care about us actually thriving and becoming better. They come here. They violate our immigration laws. They say, oh, this is my country too, while they send money back to their fucking country. They don't give a shit about our country. They're not patriots. They're not nationalists. They don't care about this country whatsoever.
You know, and here's my thing with Myron. He's not lying. The dude is not lying. He's not. But the way you say things and wherever your heart is, that right there defines who you are as a person. And the way he said things is, I'm telling y'all some truths. You can go back and confirm it, but I'm going to also add some extremely disrespectful verbiage in this because I think it's necessary.
And the reality is, if we're going to take our country back, we have to have very difficult conversations, okay? And the problem is that we haven't been having these difficult conversations because we're scared of these fucking liberal faggots that tell us what we can and can't say. Well, let me let you guys know something. They fucking shot Charlie, okay? These fucking pieces of shit were celebrating on TikTok the next fucking day. There's people that are going to dress up with a freedom shirt with blood on it, with a hole in their neck. Oh, yeah, I'm Charlie Kirk for Halloween. Fuck you. There's no more rules to this shit. These guys want to kill us. That's what I'm telling you. And it took Trump, and I've been saying this for 4 to 5 years now at this point, that Antifa, BLM, and all these other radical fucking dickhead faggots need to go to fucking prison. All these idiots that want to sit there and protest against ICE, the FBI, all the federal agencies that are conducting immigration enforcement, which is great, by the way, sending all these dickheads back. I don't give a fuck. I used to work for ICE, by the way, HSI, former federal agent, used to be hitting doors with 5 kilos of cocaine, 10 kilos of cocaine on the other side of that door with guys with AK-47s. So for some reason, I don't give a shit about what I got to say, and it offends people because I've been in way more precarious situations. So if we're going to take our country back, we got to be able to have difficult conversations first. And that comes with freedom of speech, which thank God Trump is in office right now, because now the censorship has receded a little bit, right? We could go ahead and say what the fuck we want to say. We don't have to.
You heard what he said, right? You heard what he said, right? I pray that y'all understand what I'm saying. Did you hear what he said? I'm just going to let you know this. I know one person, and I know many people who have communicated an idea so impactfully that they are held up as one of the greatest people to ever walk the grounds of the United States, that walk this earth, that walk this planet. You know what? A lot of people say that Charlie Kirk was one of those people, that he was able to be extremely impactful without lowering himself to communicate the way that Myron is communicating. Myron Gaines will never, ever, 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 ever be a smidgen of impactful as Charlie Kirk was. So he's going in his ignorant bag. He said, since Trump is in office, we can say whatever we want to say. No, that's not what that means. You've been wanting to say whatever you want to say. He's been saying whatever he want to say. You can go back 5 years ago and you can see that he was saying whatever he wanted to say then. They was trying to cancel Myron Gaines on Fresh and Fit for saying whatever he want to say. This dude could not wait to have an America to accept him for being as ignorant as he wanted to be. I told you, he'll drop some facts. He'll give you some fact bombs, some truth bombs to let you know that what I'm saying actually is true. What he was saying about immigration is true. People come over here from other countries. They make money under the table. They send it back to their family. They bring them over here. They do it all over again. And they take advantage of SNAP. They take advantage of whatever they possibly can take advantage of while they're here. And they take advantage of our system and just laugh at our faces. But you can communicate about this in a much more tactful manner and be even far more impactful. Why? Because you'll reach more people. The kids can now hear your message. People who love God can hear your message. People who aren't so easily offended can hear your message and they can pass on your message. No, he's only looking for an audience of people who want to communicate like this, want to accept. This is the demon selling you something right here. The way I do things, oh, it's fun over here. Yeah, I get threatened all the time, but as long as you're using your gun, then you're fine. So protect your First Amendment with your Second Amendment like I do, and you'll be Gucci, baby. Don't nobody want to follow nobody like that. That's only going to put you in a worse situation. And especially if you got a job, a career where people listen to what you say out of your mouth, where they actually give a damn about how you conduct yourself in public. Unlike him, his whole life is internet. He realized already that he can't be canceled. That even the act of trying to cancel me will boost my credibility in front of the audience that appreciate how ignorant I am or how ignorant I present myself. And I have to say that because this dude is not ignorant by far. He knows what's going on. But at some point, adults, LFR family, I'm talking to the LFR family here. If you don't consider yourself to be LFR family, then I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the LFR family. LFR family, listen. It's up to us to want to be an example to what's good in this nation. It's up to us. I don't get on my soul. Unlike Myron Gaines, I'm going to play some more, and I'm just going to be quiet. Let me just go and play some more just so y'all can see. And look at the panel. The panel are embarrassed to be there with them. Look at Dom Lucre that's sitting right next to him, or the other young man that does all the speeches around the United States. Very intelligent brother. He's a conservative, and he's sitting behind him putting his head down like, oh, my God, did he just now say that? I can't believe that I'm here.
Worry about, oh my God, am I being offensive? Oh my God, am I going to get canceled? Oh my God, am I going to get banned? Thank God for platforms like Rumble. You know, Chris Pavlovsky doing great things. Alternative platforms like what was the name of it again? Parler. Yep, there you go. Twitter, even though Elon's still a fucking cuck to a degree. So, hey, somebody.
Look at their faces. Look at their faces, man. Look at. This is supposed to be a meeting of the minds where we can empower people to move in the right direction in this country. Does this sound like a meeting of the minds to you? Does this sound like something that's empowering? Does this sound like something that you're going to send to your children? Like, you should see this right here. This right here is something I'm proud of. This is where we're going in our country. This is what our country stands for. This guy, he got it right. Would you do that? Are you sending this to your kids like, this brother got it right? Because if you are one of these people who are going to send it to your kids like, this dude got it right, I don't care. Try to disregard how he says it and just listen to what he's saying. No, we need to stop that, man. Stop that. Because you don't do it with hip hop. You don't do it with gangster music. In gangster music, they saying real stuff too that can help the community of people that are listening to them. They talking about some real stuff that has helped them get out of poverty, that has helped their friends get out of poverty. They speaking to people around the world, giving them a sneak peek of what happens in the darkest, most dangerous communities in the world. You don't say, well, guys, don't listen to the way he says it. Just listen to his message. Listen to the message. Nah, damn that. I'm listening to the message. I'm listening to how you said. I'm listening to what you represent. Dude, are you married? Do you have children? How do you speak to your wife and your children? Are they educated? Are they bigots like you? Because usually your children match your energy. If you're a bigot, then your children are bigots. If you're hateful, then your children are hateful. Usually. I know you say, those are kids. The kids aren't usually like the parents. The parents are just, nah. The parents usually match the kids. I mean, the kids usually match the parents, usually. Because the daughters and the sons are watching their father and mom before the father and mom even know they're being watched. Children pay attention. They soak it up like sponges. And then when they go to school, they try it out themselves.
He's got to say it. He fucking banned me because I said H-1B visas are a scam. He wants more Jeets in this fucking country. So, and if you guys don't, I mean, see what's going on in India. They everywhere, they stink. Nobody wants them around. Get the fuck out of here, man. And then they take that money and they send it back to their shithole country. Let's just be honest about it, right? I'm from North Africa. I'm a Muslim. I could be critical of my people, right? I'm Arab, but I'll tell you right now, who's committing terrorist acts? It's fucking Arabs and Muslims, right? I know because I used to speak the language and I can actually listen to wiretaps, all that shit back in the day. But the reality is, all jokes aside, we have to have very difficult conversations if we want to save this country. And I'll tell you guys right now, the other side, they'll do violence. They'll kill. And one thing that the left does way better than we do is they organize, they plan, they protest. They don't have money. They don't have jobs. That's why they're able to do this shit, because the rest of us have families and kids that we got to take care of. But what are they doing? No King's protests, rioting in LA, BLM, George Floyd, a drug dealer, gets killed. Let's go ahead and riot and destroy the city. And they get cucked in Minnesota and Minneapolis. And it's about to get burned by a fucking Somalian, by the way. Congratulations. So I'm just going to end it here.
This dude is a damn idiot. Myron Gaines is an idiot. He's a dumbass. He's very intelligent. He's extremely intelligent. He knows how to get to the bag. He knows how to make money. He knows how to keep his name on people's mouth, which is good. I mean, in his field, he knows. But let me ask you this. How many of you are willing to go to a church? Just a thumbs up or thumbs down. How many of you are willing to go to a church where a flamboyantly gay man is the pastor? Just a thumbs up. Thumbs up or thumbs down? I just want to know. Just real quick. I want to see where your head is at right now. I want to see if you really stand on business. So, most of you are saying, hell no. Most of you are saying, nah, it ain't happening. Ain't happening. Not on my watch. I ain't here for it. I'm not doing it. Well, only reason why I asked that is because Myron Gaines already said, I'm Muslim. I'm Arab. But we got him leading a Christian country and what we should do next, on how we should think, how we should move, how we should speak to the people that are on the other side. We don't have anybody that represent our values that's leading this talk right here. This is somebody who don't have the same values as us. But yet, if he says a couple of things that you agree with, you're willing to give him a pass. That means that you're not standing on anything. That means that you're an opportunist just like him. You might as well go to a church that has a flamboyantly gay man as the pastor or flamboyantly gay woman as the pastor of that church. You might as well, because clearly you overlook the messenger for the message. That's what you do. The reason why I voted for Trump is because I no longer wanted to overlook the messenger for the message anymore. That's why I voted for Trump. Because Biden and Kamala, they were the flamboyantly gay man trying to lead the church. And they still are. They was trying to bring as many people into the fray that goes against American values as possible. This dude does not have American values, but yet here y'all go, giving him a pass because he's not lying. He is saying something right. He's making some good points. Oh, that's all you gotta do is make some good points. Well, not for me. Before that was the case, but not for me, not anymore. This dude is a damn imbecile. He loves being canceled. He says he's a Muslim and he's Arab. But when you go on his show, all he wants to do is call people N-words, call people F-words, call the gay people the worst word you can call the gay people, he want to call you that on his show. The worst word that you can call a white person, he want to call you that on his show. The worst word you can call a black person, he want to call you that on his show. And to go back, he don't really make fun of white people too much. Because that's his audience. The people that give him a pass to be able to say whatever he want to say, do whatever he want to do without repercussions, those are his people. I will sit here and say that I don't have a dog in the fight, which would be true. I just want to make sure that we're not just haphazardly picking our leaders. That's why Zohran Mamdani is about to be the mayor in New York right now. Because people fall so much in love with the delivery of the message that they don't even look at the person that's giving the message anymore. They're like, well, he is saying some right things and he's saying he's going to give us free stuff. Why not vote for him? Why not vote for him? We're going to get free stuff. Forget the messenger. Forget the fact that he hangs out with people that hate the country, who have said it to him, around him, and he still sit there. And when he's talking to people who are exclusively Islam, exclusively Muslim, he speaks to them in their native tongue, in their language. And he don't sound anything like he does when he's trying to sell something to the American people. But people are just so fooled by this performance that they go out there and they vote based off of it. We always making fun of people being woke. What we need to do is be woke. We need to be the old woke. We need to make sure our third eye is open and we can see through people's bullshit, man. But we don't. We give people passes. Only if they support Trump, then I support him. What? If they support freedom of speech, then I support him. I am a Christian. I'm not supposed to judge. What did the Lord say? Do any of you, are any of you lacking sin? He who is without sin cast the first stone. No, miss me with that. You're choosing to be weak. You're choosing to be a potential victim of these idiots. This dude is leading a meeting of Christian people with Christian values. But he's Muslim, he's Arab, and he's extremely belligerent on purpose. And he's covering it up with his First Amendment rights. And then when somebody stepped to him about his First Amendment rights, he goes to his Second Amendment rights. You can't say nothing to me, because if you do, then I'm going to shoot you. What? That's some sucker sugar honey iced tea to me. I'm sorry. We got some people that's sending some super chats, probably fussing at me. So let me go ahead and read these joints. Brent, he said, many have already fell victim to the strong delusions of the end times. Pray. I agree 1000%, Brent. Thank you so much for the super chat. Just because you have a right to do something doesn't mean you should. The exact same way you have a right to wear anything you want to, but some should not. You're absolutely right. Like these women that just walk out there with their stomachs all hanging out of their shirts, their titties all hanging out, their skirts are too high on their butt, and you can see everything. The only thing they gotta do is bend over and cough, and it's crazy. Like, we know better. We know better, but we were covered up by the rules. Like, I have a right to, so I'm gonna do it. I have a right to, so I'm going to say it. Facts don't care about your feelings. I'm going to go ahead and say some facts and wrap it up with a nice bag of belligerence, debauchery, ignorance, and we're just going to eat it up. That's delicious. I like the way he's a truth seeker. He's a truth speaker. He says all the right things. Come on, bro. Like, miss me with that. Thank you so much, Wheezy. I appreciate you. Let me move this off the daggone screen, man. Van and the LFR fam, thank you so much for all you do daily in your community. I agree with you 99%. I just want you to know how beautifully clear your eyes are. They can heal. I am certain. Prayers to you and your family. Thank you so much, Luna. I appreciate that. Means a lot. Are you saying? How you said I got okay? I said my eyes are clear. I'm just trying to figure out if that's is that like actually what you're saying, or you saying I can see clearly now because my eyes are open. I don't know. Thank you so much for the super chat and for the message. I appreciate it. Freedom of speech has to protect ugly, or it's not actually free. Let people talk so that we can see into their hearts. Keep government out of it. I'm with you 1,000%. Let people continue to speak, and when they speak, we need to see their hearts. We need to see what they're truly on, and then we need to act accordingly. We need to respond accordingly, in my opinion. Thank you so much, Terry. I appreciate that and the message. Keep talking. People are listening. God bless. Thank you so much, CW Stars. I plan on doing just that. Wheezy, I'm not woke, but I am awake. Shout out to Wheezy. I'm still old school woke. I'm old school woke. I'm not the new woke. The new woke is that's for the birds, man. All right. This is a message right here that's coming from a young man that's talking to all of the women who are pissed off that EBT is going away. He's going to be a little loud. He might say some colorful words. Earmuffs. Here we go.
Food stamps gone. Section 8 gone. All your snapping EBT benefits gone. Now you got to go back to Tyrone. Woo! I think this is great. We have just single-handedly saved the black family. Why? Because Tasha can't run out on Tyrone anytime she get mad and think the government going to take care of her. Tasha can't leave Tyrone and think that the kids going to eat. Tasha can't leave Tyrone and think she going to get a free rent. Tasha can't depend on the government because years ago, black women turned their back on black men for government assistance, for food stamps, for Section 8, for welfare, for WIC, for all the things that black men bring into their household. They said, no, we don't need that. I'll go file to the government and they'll give it to me. Trump said, hell no. Woo! Now you're going to have to start choosing better. Woo! Now women are going to have babies with men that actually want to have babies with them. Woo! Now women are going to have to vet their partners and not be able to just hit them up for a check every time and think they can live off the government. Woo! This shit amazing. You're going to see more wives and less baby mamas. You're going to see more two-parent households because it's going to be a family unit, because success is a team sport. You're going to see women go back to their men, go back to their child's father and try to work things out and not childishly run out to the next nigga. Why? Because Donald Trump and the government don't got your back no more. Because you can't go over there and get free food stamps and sell them bitches 40 for the 80. Because you don't have a $72 rent anymore. Because now you're going to have to figure it out. And the only person that's left is that black man that you walked out on years ago. And the price of pussy going down too. Donald Trump did it with this one, and I'm here for it. Queens, go back to your kings and work it out. Baby mamas, go back to your baby daddies and become wives. It's time for us to work together. This is actually amazing. No longer will you be incentivized by quitting on your household. No longer will you be incentivized by quitting on your marriage. No longer will you be incentivized by quitting on that black man. You are no longer incentivized to leave. So baby, you either pay or stay. That ugly money. Interesting people to come on my podcast. I need some interesting people to come on my show. You got a story to tell. You got a product to promote. You got an album release.
All right. So based off what he said, I'm not mad at it. Some people said that I don't know his story. Some people said that this guy came up off of Tommy Sotomayor. He stole Tommy Sotomayor's style or something like that. And started communicating the way he did, or he stole Kevin Samuel's style or something like that. I don't know anything about that. I don't know. And to be honest with you, I don't care, because when I'm teaching content creators how to become content creators, I tell them to copy and steal everything. CASE, copy and steal everything. that's working for another content creator. And then once you present yourself, there's the unique part, because there's nobody else out here in the world that's like you. You might have a doppelganger or two, but you will never have a carbon copy of you, period. There will not be anybody with the same perspectives or the same thoughts and memories and act the way that you do. It's just not going to happen. Might be close, but it's not going to happen. So I don't care about him stealing other people's stuff. It just is what it is, because most of them stole other people's stuff. All right, so let me get back to this right here. He's talking about these women will now have to go back to their man that helped them create the babies. He's saying that Trump is now taking EBT and SNAP and everything away from these people. So he is he's advising these young ladies that they can no longer feed off the teat of the government, and they now have to make an actual family. They have to buy into the nuclear family idea now that they cannot depend on Tyrone, so to speak, or they will have to go get a job and all this other stuff. One thing I will say is this, because a lot of these women who are on EBT, a lot of people who are on EBT, need it, but I don't know how long they need it. Me and my family, we grew up on it. Diane, she had welfare. We had a check come in once a month. I don't know how much it was. I don't even know if it was enough for us. I just know that in the first half of the month, we had food, we had everything we needed in the house, and then the second half of the month, we did not. We was trying to figure it out. All right, we didn't know. Sometimes the check came late. Sometimes the check didn't come. You know what I mean? We went through these types of things, and it was hell. So I decided that when I got older and I got my own family, that I would never be in that position where I would need the federal government's assistance in taking care of my family. Now, fast forward, when me and my wife actually have a family, when I got her pregnant and we got a baby, before we got married, this was before we got married, the year before we got married, we had WIC. We got WIC. We got government assistance. We got them big old certificates that said that we can go to the store and get whatever that's on the list of items that we can get: the juicy juices, the baby formula, bread, cheese, eggs, milk, those type of things. And that's what we did. It helped us out for a minute. We had it for like 6 months, I like to believe, and then we were done. We both had jobs. We were both still struggling, but we was trying to figure it out for ourselves. Why? Because this was our family that we created, and being that we created this family, the onus was on us to take care of our family. The onus was on us to make sure that we provide for each other, and that we provide. I mean, that we not have to depend or lean on anyone for food or necessities. And it worked out. We was training ourselves. We was training our mindset to understand that nobody's coming to help us. Nobody's coming to save us. We got this. Now that didn't mean that we didn't have people in our family who were willing to help out. What it meant was that we didn't believe that it was their responsibility to help us. You know what I mean? It wasn't anyone else's responsibility. So if we didn't have it, we went without. My wife always worked for the federal government. Me, I was always trying to find my way. I started out working commission-only jobs. I was selling long-distance services with MCI. I was selling coupons door to door. I went out to go sell Amway. I sold vacuum cleaners. I sold it was many different things I was trying to do. I was knocking on doors. I worked at a car rental place. I worked at an auto body shop. I worked at a radio. A record store, CDs and tapes and records. One of my favorite jobs I ever had. And I was just trying to figure things out, man. But the thing is, my family was my responsibility and my wife's responsibility. And we made sure that we stayed locked into that. Now, in the hood that we came up in, My family have generations of people who were on welfare, generations. That didn't stop them from buying the best shoes. That didn't stop them from getting their hair done on a regular. That didn't stop them from being able to smoke their weed or their crack like they did. And when I say crack, I mean that too, because my family, they still just wanted to do whatever the hell they wanted to do. I didn't hold that against them. I wasn't doing it. Look, I just won't come over. If I know that that's what you're part of, then I won't come over. And plus, they was the ones that named me welfare boy in the first place. So I kept my distance anyway. Saying all that to say this dude, he's on to something. Is he doing it to like in a grandiose style to get more views and whatnot? Yeah, he is. He's trying to get people to see that he's energetic and that he has a certain delivery about him and that he's going in a direction that means something. I don't know if he's truthful or not. I don't know what his family situation look like. If he's married, if he's taking care of his children. All I do know is that by my wife and I focusing on us, focusing on the Lord, and focusing on putting the right characteristics and values in our children, they are now amazing young adults. All of them, every single last one of them. And it's not any fault of our own. Well, it doesn't only belong to us, but it belongs to the Lord. People was praying for us. People gave a crap enough about us and our family to pour the right things into them. We didn't put them around the wrong people. We didn't just leave them around people simply for convenience's sake. You know what I mean? For convenience. So now they are great young people. And whenever I get on my platform, I try not to communicate as if I'm on a soapbox, because I'm not better than anybody, but nobody's better than me, period. In some things, you are a killer. With the things that's important to you, you'll crush me on. But all I'm saying is that we can all, if we have the same values, we can all feed the right things into our country. And this could be the greatest country in the world if we want it to be. I don't believe most of us want it to be. And here's the part to this video that I don't like. He don't care how it comes off to people who are going through and have to have EBT and SNAP benefits. He don't care how it comes off. He don't know the circumstances of these women. He believed that they all put themselves in this situation and they all like just decide to say, hey, I can feed off the government, so I'm gonna have 15 baby daddies and none of them are gonna take care of me. Some of them are that way. I don't think most of them are. Some of them are black, some of them are white, some of them are other different nationalities, and we know that for a fact. But he's only talking to the sisters because it serves him well. This brother, it serves him well on his show to go after the sisters. And that's where I get off the boat, because everybody's dealing with this stuff. All right. Thank you so much for the super chat. I see that you sent in right message, right messenger. Absolutely. He's putting it in. Absolutely. And thank you, Weezy. I appreciate you. Amen, Van. Hand up, not a handout. Kudos to you and yours, bro. Thank you so much, Brent. I appreciate that. We're still in the fight, man. We're still in the fight. And for anybody else that's still in the fight, I encourage you to continue to put faith in the Lord, put faith in yourself, and to know that, you know what I mean, nobody's coming to save you. Nobody. Not one person, not your friends, not your relatives, not your fans. Nobody's coming to save you. And there's many things you can do to bring money into your household. Social media is one of those things. And I would encourage you guys to start a YouTube channel, TikTok, Instagram, something. Learn how to use these things and get paid for doing it. And the only thing you're doing also, you're giving back. Like, some of y'all believe that handing out turkeys is the only way to give back, or handing out book bags is the only way to get back, or going around your neighborhoods and picking up trash is the only way to get back. No, you can position yourself as a content creator and you can communicate Christian values or whatever is important to you or whatever made you into the man or woman that you are. You can help these young people, man. Your videos could potentially go viral and people will view these as, okay, maybe I need to get it right. this person looks like me. I trust them. Their tone doesn't seem like it's judgmental, but more so loving, and I can get with this person. That's what you want. You don't want to be the person that just out there just judging everybody, yelling at everyone, claiming that you're the only one that's doing things right and they're doing everything wrong. Like, you can actually help people, man. And I believe that you can do that. And you can do it for free 99. You don't need a coach for it. You don't need any help. You don't need to pay for any apps. You can do it for free 99. YouTube free. StreamYard free. Canva free. PixArt free. Like, all of these editing softwares that come on the computers are free. So go out there and do it. You don't even have to figure out how to do all of the editing and making it look like everybody else's. You don't have to do a thumbnail. It could be raw. You can be walking down the street or just post it up in your front or backyard or in your house. Free 99, man. Just get active. Start communicating your message. Don't believe that you have to be somebody who went to school for ministry or went to school or took debate classes or took Toastmasters in order to be able to communicate a message. That's not the truth. If you raised children before, you have a message. If you've been in a successful marriage before, you have a message. If you've been in an unsuccessful marriage, you have a message. If you've been in an abusive relationship, you have a message that can prevent somebody else from being in an abusive relationship. If you started a business before, you have a message. If you've been able to hold down a job for decades, you have a message. All this stuff is necessary. If you know anything about what's going on politically, you have a message. Stop thinking that like only certain people should be out here communicating their messages. There's not really any superstars out here. We create the superstars because people are intentional. When I do my videos, my live streams and whatnot, I'm intentional. I know that I'm going to be communicating about certain topics for a certain amount of time before I go on to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. I'm intentional about it. You need to be intentional about it. All right? Now, let's go on to our next story.
Let's talk about that one. I mean, I would love to know what the Republicans really want to do about health care, which is the premiums are going to go up tomorrow.
Looking at Obamacare, it was passed in 2010. It went into place in 2014, and premiums have skyrocketed ever since. It was good for some that couldn't afford health insurance or couldn't get health insurance, but for the middle class, small business owners, people that had to buy their own insurance, it has crushed them. And so I've been demanding
Obamacare has crushed them? Obamacare is what's hurt them?
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you, for example, when Obamacare went into place, it took my own family of 5 health insurance policy from $800 a month to over $2,400 a month, more than our mortgage payment. And that's what so many people have experienced over all these years. But here's the big problem.
Now, before she continues, I just want y'all to know this. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that this is happening because of Obamacare. A lot of people don't know that. And if they don't know that, they don't see that, they don't experience it, they're believing that the only reason why you're getting rid of Obamacare is because you hate black people or you hate poor people. Yeah, because the ACA is considered to be one of the best things to ever happen in this country since Obama became the president. But nobody sees the other side of it. All right, let's continue.
It's about to skyrocket in January of 2025. Here's why I'm angry. The Democrats passed Obamacare, but yet the Republicans have never done anything to correct the problems that exist with it. And I blame my own party. That's absolutely wrong. And I don't think it's an easy thing to fix. However, it's something that we should have a plan for. And Mike Johnson, for a month now, cannot give me a single policy idea, and I'm angry about that.
Is this your understanding of Obamacare, that it raises?
I have to first start by saying I didn't suspect that I would come on and say I agree with Congressman Marjorie Taylor Greene. But I do on that. I do on this issue. These subsidies.
You saw that? He said, I never thought that I'd be able to come on here and say that I agree with Margaret Taylor Greene. Hey, Hitler 420, don't go anywhere. Do not go anywhere. I plan on addressing this in a moment. All right. Please do not go anywhere. Let me go and put a star right here. I plan on addressing this. All right. All right. All right. Let's go.
They don't do anything to lower costs. I mean, the only thing they do is mask costs, right? It's the government is paying these enormous. I mean, my insurance, I looked at the other day of how much I pay is completely outrageous. I'm paying a couple $1,000s a month myself, and my employer pays some too for two people. That's what
This is Obamacare.
No, this is on the private market because it happens either way. But the crazy thing about what happens,
No, I don't think it quite happens either way.
Well, the insurance premiums are going up like enormously. Regardless.
Of course.
Yeah.
Everything's always going up in the health market because people are not healthy.
Yeah.
There is a way to lower costs, which would be to ask people to participate in their own health. But we don't do that in this country.
Yeah, asking people to participate in their own health is not what people want to do. We want to eat whatever we want to eat. We want to do whatever we want to do, and we don't want to have any. We don't want to have any discipline. Period. My insurance also went up 200% because of Obamacare. We pay for our own health insurance, and mine just went up $200 more a month. I'm fighting cancer and feel like I'm being punished for it. So yeah, due to Dems games and pocketing money, insurance is killing us. A lot of people are, look, healthcare in general skyrocketed. A lot of people are going through some real things, man. A lot of people are going through some real things. And I like the fact that people are having these type of conversations, that Bill Maher is having conversations with people on both sides of the aisle. I appreciate that. He's one of the Stephen A. Chris Cuomo types, though. He's definitely one of the Stephen A. Smith, Chris Cuomo types, where he likes to remain Switzerland. He wants to stay in the center, not really take a side. He will take a side on the left, mostly. He'll take a left-leaning side because he understands that that's where my bread and butter is. Like, that's where my base is. But he'll also show some understanding for right-wing policies as well. So shout out to Margaret Taylor Greene for pulling up. Apparently she's going through something with Trump. She's been ostracized out of the party or out of the circle, the tight circle that she was once in. I don't know if she said something that she wasn't supposed to say, or she did something she wasn't supposed to do. So obviously I'm communicating the speculation, so I won't go too far with that. But I did want to put that out there. My kid just made me brunch listening to our chat. You're on your own. I can protect you. Okay, let me go ahead. I don't want to get nobody in trouble. I don't want to get anybody in trouble at all. My husband and I now pay $18,000 a year for our insurance, while ex-husband is riding on ACA. So he has that Obamacare. Let me see here. Every single thing Obama did was to destroy this country on purpose. He had a mission. Okay. See, I don't believe that. I don't believe that his whole mission was to destroy the country. I don't think so. But again, I'm a novice when it comes to politics. You know what I mean? I try to be as fair as possible, but I was a huge fan of Barack Obama before. A huge, huge fan. For the fact that he was a black man in the White House with a black wife and black daughters and the black dog and the black mother-in-law that all lived there too. I thought that was such a big deal. And it pretty much ended there. I like the fact that he can, sing some Al Green and he smoked cigarettes. I didn't like it that he smoked cigarettes. I did like that he smoked weed though. And that he played hoops, that he know how to play basketball. All right. But when I found out that Barry Soetoro was being groomed since the wee young ages of 15, 16 years old and had relationships with some big wigs like the Bushes for a long time, that's when I woke up and I realized that they saw him coming. They raised him up to be what he became, and he became a crook just like the rest of them. and he's protecting the crooks on the left, just like the rest of them. And he's out there giving speeches right now to bring up more people to support their agenda. And I'm trying my best to learn about this, at a fast pace so that I can be able to communicate on it. But I'm gonna be honest with you, man. A lot of this, it makes me not even want to be in the game of politics, man. I'm just gonna keep it honest. It makes me not even want to communicate about politics. A lot of people see me posting content and they'll say, Van, it's so good that you're back posting videos. It's good to see you're up here doing your thing and blah, blah, blah. I ain't go anywhere. I didn't go anywhere. I just don't always communicate about politics. It doesn't do it for me. You have some people who communicate about it every single day because they understand that this is where their bread is buttered. This is what their audience want to hear. And they will give you these videos 3, 4, 5 times a day. And kudos to them. They got their fingers on the pulse of politics. But when I sit down and I talk to my family, which I do often, and I'm talking about politics, I am forced to hear truths of the other side. I'm forced to defend my own outlook on politics at this point and then do research. Now I'm doing research because I'm like, okay, I wasn't expecting this. Let me go and do some research. And I'm finding things out and I'm realizing that both sides of the aisle are crooked as a mother effer. They're so crooked, super crooked. And a lot of people dismiss and overlook things that don't make them look good. And I don't like that. Like, that's not how you serve a country, in my opinion. In my opinion, that's just not how you serve a country. This brother right here says, Hitler 420, hopefully you're still here. Let me know if you're still here, Hitler. He says, you can't be for free speech and gatekeep what speech you don't like. The whole First Amendment is to protect the speech of your enemy. Only threats are not protected. As a person that not only do I am I for free speech, but I'm gonna tell you what I am first. What I am first is a father and a husband. That's what I am first. The type of things that I comment on negatively are usually things I will not accept from my family. I won't accept it from my children, and I won't even talk about things like this. Like in the manner, anything that I correct on my platform are things that I won't even accept in my real life. So I'm more of a realist than anything. Like if I see, for instance, I was talking about Myron Gaines, and I don't know if you're a fan of his or not, but Myron Gaines is an ignoramus who goes out of his way to disrespect people, and he's believing that free speech is what he's using to correct it. No, it's not the same. I don't believe that's what free speech is. I'm not trying to promote censorship. That's not what I'm trying to do. What I'm doing is point out an asshole who's going out of his way to disrespect people, trigger people, gaslight people, so that he can get the type of conversation that he wants. Like Howard Stern, sometimes what he used to do, he would say things just to get a kick out of people that he didn't believe. Sometimes he didn't believe, or he knew that this would be the thing that would shake up my listeners. And when he did that, that was corny. That was lame to me. Was it within his rights to do? Yes. But I don't support lames. And if you are lame enough to want to put yourself out there to say the most demonstrative things about people just so you can get a spark out of your followers, or you can get something back from the people who think like you, your hive mind that you created in your own private community, then that's your business. But once it touches my algorithm, now I can say something about it, especially with me being a content creator. So again, being a content creator, I'm going to speak about whatever I want to speak about. Usually, whatever is true and near and dear to me, you will know about it, and whatever I don't like, you will know that as well. So that's what content creators do. Myron Gaines, he's for freedom of speech, but he talk about people all the time. He talk about how people walk, how people talk, how people communicate their messages. He talks about that as well. Most people that you're communicating with, I mean, that you're thinking about, like Trump, for instance, he will say when somebody is nasty spirited and somebody just mean, he says this about people all the time. So they also have their freedom of speech to be mean and nasty. But if you support Trump, right, and you believe that he's for freedom of speech, he also point people out who are just nasty spirited individuals. I do that as well on my show. And I do it as well in real life. All right. So this is not just for the channel. This is how I am in real life. Okay. Politics is starting to be a burden. Maybe my lack of knowledge, having to take extra time to research makes it hard to just keep it broad. Big Blue, thank you so much for pulling up, brother, and thank you for the super chat, man. I'm the same way. It is becoming a burden. It's like, and even still, both sides can point out the reasons why they communicate the way that they communicate, or why they have the stances that they have. And both sides will also omit the things that make them look horrible. They do it often. Like if this is gonna make me look bad, I'm not even gonna say anything about it. If this is gonna make me look good, I'm definitely on it. If this makes that other side looks bad, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna put it out there to the world. If they're doing anything that make them look good, I'm not gonna say anything about it. I'm going to omit it, because their job is to win an argument. As people say all the time, Trump is playing 4D chess. They're playing checkers. Question: why do any of the politicians have to be playing anything with our lives? Why are they playing with us? Why are they playing games, period? It's because this is the game of politics, and we're just witnesses of it. And we really are just pawns. We don't have a voice the way that we believe we have. And when I realized that, it's like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I'm sitting on X the other day, and I'm just thinking, Lily Gaddis, who got on X, went live in blackface, making fun of black women. Are my supporters of hers? And I decided to go through her comment section, and I realized, yes, my supporters are supporters of hers. So now I'm going to bring it to my platform, and I'm going to have a conversation about it, just to see. You know, I want to check the temperature, just to see if y'all are really supporters of Lily Gaddis and Myron Gaines. Turns out a lot of my supporters love both Lily Gaddis and Myron Gaines, and y'all believe that everything should be covered under the cloak of the First Amendment. I don't agree. I believe there are actual good people and there are actual bad people, period. And I believe that the people I spoke about today are bad people. And to constantly have to have these conversations, and it becomes a bore. It's like, what's the point? What's the point of all this, man? Like, are we helping anybody? It doesn't sound very helpful, man. So yeah, it makes you, is like you start doing research and you realize, maybe I was wrong with this. Maybe I was right about this. Who knows? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let me see here. Let me see. Looking in the comment section is what I'm looking at, guys. A second. Let me see here. Let me see here. And guys, be respectful to my moderators, please. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. All right. So this asshole.
Arrest. There's a warrant for your arrest. Give me your wallet and phone and stuff. So, okay. You're what?
They're in the car.
Well, okay, it's fine. It's not locked or anything, is it? Okay. So, can you tell him what you just told me, or?
Yeah. So we're here. We're obviously going to place you under arrest. There's a warrant for your arrest. We're going to take you to the jail. I told your mom that she can contact a bondsman, and you shouldn't be there very long. But there just is a process for paperwork and stuff. But right now, you do have to come with us, and I do have to put you in handcuffs. So turn around for me.
You have to put him in handcuffs?
I
You know we're going to do this. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'll get you out. For me? All right. Stay silent. Rick knows about this. Candy's on this. Dad's on his way. We're coming to get you, okay? Stay strong, okay? Say your prayers.
Okay, so he's going to go right to the city of Stillwater jail, and if you'll just contact her, then she does this all the time. She knows what to do.
Yep.
Make sure
Okay.
she knows Stillwater Police Department, not a county.
Yeah.
Stillwater Police Department.
we're the ones
On
that-
Lewis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let them know
perfect.
that we're the ones that picked him up.
And
They
when
don't-
we say we are the ones-
Stillwater PD.
Stillwater PD.
Yeah.
Okay.
That way they don't think he went like straight over and he's over at the county.
Awful experience for the child.
Back it down and spread your feet for me. Nothing on their side.
Let's just clean it up.
So what you're seeing right now is a wealthy family who are trying to keep their son out of jail successfully keeping their son out of jail. His name is Jesse Mack Butler, who here's one of the young ladies that he raped, sodomized, and choked almost until she died. Almost until she died. And it's one of the 3 girls that he did it to.
Way bigger charges that the state likely could have thrown at this kid, like attempted murder. The 2 alleged victims and their families had every reason to believe that the wheels of justice were hard at work on this case, both for them and for the accused, Jesse Mack Butler. And before I tell you what ended up happening, let me tell you why he faced those specific charges, what he actually did to those 2 girls. You should know that these details are extremely graphic. They are despicable, but they are critical to this story, especially when you find out how the judge came down in this case. So fair warning, trigger warning, what I'm about to list out for you is very uncomfortable to say and to hear. A police affidavit says a girl who's identified only as LS because she's a minor dated Jesse Butler for about 3 months, starting in January of last year. She was 16 at the time. And during that time, the victim said Butler repeatedly raped and attempted to rape her and would strangle her if she refused. The teenage girl needed surgery to repair the damage done to her neck by the strangulation. And her doctor told her that she would have died had that strangulation lasted another 30 seconds. The girl said that she gave in to Jesse Mack Butler because he threatened to kill her and he threatened to kill her family if she didn't give in. A separate affidavit says in March of last year, Butler took up with another 16-year-old girl identified only as KS. And that relationship lasted 6 months, but this teenager also said that Butler was aggressive and violent with her and says she went along with all the unwanted sex to avoid being hurt further. This victim also said that one time when she did refuse, Butler strangled her too. But get this, he recorded himself strangling her until she passed out. And lest you think this might be just a he said, she said, police later found that video on Jesse Mack Butler's phone. So that's what we call evidence. Jesse Butler pleaded not guilty to everything, as was his right off the bat. But in the coming months, for reasons that I will not pretend tonight to understand, the DA's office struck a deal with Butler's lawyers to change his status from adult to youthful offender. The victim's families begged the DA, please do not do that. Please, no. But in July, a judge decided to sign off on this. And in August, Jesse Mack Butler changed his plea from not guilty to no contest, meaning he knew there was ample evidence to convict him. And you should know that a conviction is the result of a no contest plea, right? That's what you get, convicted. By the way, I mentioned there were 10 counts before, but by August, there was one more. So the grand tally now stood at 11. The new count was for violating a protective order, which, oh my God, facing 10 felony counts and violating a protective order should have been a hell of a red flag for anybody, somebody. But the very same day that happened, Butler was sentenced to 78 years in prison, which sounds like a fitting punishment for somebody who nearly kills 2 teenage girls and rapes them repeatedly with all sorts of things. But as a youthful offender, Jesse Mack Butler was also entitled to special treatment, like a rehabilitation plan, which was drawn up by the Oklahoma Office of Juvenile Affairs, and that plan was presented to the court last week. This new punishment called for daily check-ins, weekly counseling, a curfew, no social media, and 150 hours of community service. Bam! They really brought down the hammer, huh? 150! Oh, that's like 3 weeks if you work really hard.
150 hours of community service from 78 years in prison. Put this young dude on the gun line. I would like for the fathers of the girls that he took advantage of to be handed whatever gun of their choice, and he can be on the gun line. The dude was so, he put it on he recorded it on his phone so that he can watch it later. Bruh, this is nuts. I got 2 daughters, man. This is how I look at stories like this. I look at this like a father with daughters. That's how I look at this. Here's the judge that got him up out of this. Yep. This is the judge. Nice, huh? Awesome. Also, his father is one of the directors of Oklahoma. Hold on. He is his father is apparently Oklahoma State football coach. He's the Oklahoma State football coach. And unfortunately, the whole family are MAGA supporters. So, just saying, this is the type of stuff that's happening.
It makes you upset. Anybody that listens to this is going to be absolutely upset. And you start into how did this happen? How do we stop this? But here's the problem. The laws are there. What do you do when the courts don't follow the rules that's already set? Because they're the ones who set this. They filed charges on him. They set him as an adult. That didn't just happen. They had to have a hearing to adjudicate him to an adult. So how in the world did this judge come back and rule that, no, we're going to place him under a Youthful Offender Act and make it to where this sexual predator, this person convicted of all these sexual crimes, no longer has to do any of the things that require time, that require check-in and to register as a sex offender, turn him back out on the street without any kind of oversight over him. That's, again, if that don't fire you up, there's something wrong.
Well, it's fired us up. We're now, I think, on our 2nd or 3rd night of coverage on this story. We want to see if there's going to be a change, some resolution, some recourse for these moms and their daughters who have suffered through this. But I keep coming back to how it happened. Sir, do you think that the courts are corrupt? Is that how you think that this deal was maneuvered?
Oh, absolutely. We're working on grand juries right there. I think this is just the tip of the iceberg. I think we're going to see more cases like this. I think we're going to see, I'm working on a case that may be as shocking as this.
So I'm not even going to play anymore. So if y'all see the black community talking about, well, they getting away with it again. They got rid of this. And he just now did this, that, and the other. Just know it's coming from a real place. But we also know that there are black judges now who are releasing black convicts just because they're black and saying, look, they're doing it. Everybody's on there. They're doing it. They're doing it. We should do it. They're doing it. They're doing it. We should do it. And they can't do anything about it. Judges are... They suppose, well, they're not the good guys. I was about to say that they're the good guys and they're the last line of defense, but they aren't. They're beholden to politicians too. They're beholden to whoever's above them, whatever governor that people are friends with. A governor tell them to do something, they're going to do it. That's it. A senator tell them to do something, they're going to do it. That's it. And it sucks. This is the country that we're in. I'm sure y'all are proud. I am sure y'all are proud, man. Yep. I'm sure y'all are proud. All right. So thank y'all so much for being a part of our live stream. I'm sure y'all are happy that I fussed at y'all for a minute. Van is always arguing, he's always fussing, being an angry black man. I might be. My wife says that I can be angry sometimes. That's how I've always been. I've gotten better. I'm much better than I've ever been, but I'm still the same person I've always been too. So y'all be careful who y'all allow to be in your circles, man. This is it absolutely sucks that any young lady will have to go through something like this. And then when somebody do something like this to them, they still get cleared. They get to live in their nice, luxurious mansion and do 150 hours of community service as long as they stay off of social media and not go close to their victims. Yes, justice has been served. Trash, man. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments. Thank y'all so much for participating. Hopefully this started your day off properly. And I know it didn't, but make sure you check out the audio podcast that's inside of the descriptions. I would love for y'all to download some of them joints, follow over there, and I plan on having some real raw conversations. A lot of you might hear those podcasts and immediately unsubscribe from my channel. That's because I'm not like anybody else on social media right now. I'm not like any of your favorite content creators. It just is what it is. I know that if I communicate in a certain manner and not fuss about certain things, that my channel could potentially skyrocket. I refuse to do that. Okay? So I'll see y'all on the next one. Love you. Peace. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.